welcome to today's show for Luke Diamond, episode part 3, pt3. So today we are going to, just looking at the time here, today we are going to do another half an hour show. So as I said last time, we are going to do a show. The first part 1 is uploaded, part 2 is uploading now, and part 3 is here. As I said, we will do tarot cards and crystals. So what we'll do crystals first, because once you get into the tarots, as most audience knows, that it gets pretty complex. A lot of fancy stuff happening there, right? So we'll start with crystals. We talked about energy over matter. Mentioned my book here on Amazon. Just type in REDFLARE. Okay, support the book. I donate. So now we are talking about crystals. Alright, well, we'll deal with a couple of them today. We'll do a special show with many crystals, but for now, as again, like I said, all these beginning shows are just introductions right now. So, hope the audience is doing great. So now we're going to start with this one. It's called a quartz, or like a white quartz, right? Yeah. So crystals, their shapes, design, as we were talking about energies and objects, it all matters. The color matters. Everything has energy, colors, shapes, right? Because everything that shapes or forms into colors and some shapes is creating the air, the gravity, the space around it. So it's creating that unique energy. Like everybody is unique, like the human beings, creating a unique energy. So today, we're going to talk about crystals. Okay. Now, again, I'll keep it simple. So crystals are very powerful, as I mentioned before last time. They could change the future. They could change our future too. To a degree, of course. Keep in mind, nothing is perfect that I'm mentioning in my show, or even the book. I mean, nothing is perfection. We're trying to get there, as we talked about, but we strive to do that. But anyway, so now, just like we talked about energy between objects and glass and heart chakra and like a heart-shaped diamond, stuff like that. Now, what does that apply to the same situation, crystals, right? So this is much more complex than normal objects, because crystals, you can say in a way scientifically that they are alive. Like, remember I mentioned that all the objects are alive in the form of energy, in that sense, context, but crystals are truly alive, meaning like, not like a human or an animal or other things, but they're alive, meaning in terms of rocks and objects, right? Like they almost, let's say, closer, yeah, they're pretty close to a tree. I said I will mention trees, so we'll talk about tree too. So trees are very, very spiritual. They give us oxygen, of course, but they are amazing. They give us the shade. And now, so these are very powerful, right? They are pretty in tune with the frequency of humans, the universe, the gravity around us, the environment. If bad things happen, they feel it, because you're going to feel it with them. Their energy changes, their frequency changes. Colors, I haven't experienced that far yet, would change, but definitely, like you see in the movies, right, of course, but definitely the frequency energy changes. When we put good thoughts with it, then good energies come out. When we ask the crystal to give us good vibe energy, then it can try to do that. So there is a lot more to that. So basically, difference between crystals and everyday objects is that we can actually talk to them, we can hold them, meditate with them, and they are like healing for us, for humans, right? They got good properties. Not all crystals, but the ones we're mentioning for now, the quartz, for now, and there's another one, but I don't know the name of it, so I'll figure that out for next time. But this one definitely very popular. People talk about the quartz, you know, inside like clouds inside it. Very nice. So anyway, so when you meditate with them, you can meditate with them sitting there or sitting somewhere like that, you know, on eye level. You can focus on it, frequency. You can imagine things, positive things with it. You can hold it and do it, right? There's many, many ways, of course. But now, the history of crystals. So this is a very ancient tool, I call it. A tool, almost like an entity, right? Because I said they are alive. Almost, you can say that it has a soul. Each crystal has its own soul, meaning their depth of energy, the frequency in that context, you know. They got realms of dimensions, right? And they can connect to us, connect back and forth, like we talked about, receiving, sending packets like a computer. And they can process, you know, they can process back to us. They know what our intentions are. They are very powerful. That's why I said they're like real beings. They're alive. They know what's going on. They know what we're thinking, and they're going to deal with us accordingly. So always have positive thoughts around crystal. That's just for something I recommend. You don't want to be around them in the negative time. Now, if you're feeling sad or not well or whatever's going on, you can meditate with them, of course, but just keep any negativity, any darkness away from them, because they react very strongly to those things, right? They don't like all that, right? So they're very pure. That's why we call it crystal clear conversation. Crystal clear. They clear positive crystals. They're honest, truthful, crystal clear conversation, like people say, right? So anyways, so I made some good points, strong points. So now we meditate with them for a few minutes, couple minutes, like for now, let's say, okay, if I'm going to hold it in my hand, doesn't matter how for now, let's say we're holding like this, right? And we just leave it there for like a minute. See? So it's connecting with me. I mean, what I'm trying to put my thoughts into it, right? It's connecting. It knows how did my day go today, meaning it kind of feels those frequencies, right? My day, of course, I'm a human, so whatever I'm feeling for the day, it will penetrate into the crystal. It's got good memories. So it can penetrate, it can feel future events, past, present. It's a very powerful tool. I call it a tool because it can be used as a nice, positive tool. But anyway, so now the frequencies are going in. They feel the day, you know, tired day, bad day, whatever, just general things, I mean. And then they're going to try to calm us down, like with the crystal energy, like, you know, it's a frequency, right? It's like a magnetic field, so it's just calms you down, brings you at ease, brings you in a nice state of mind, like relax, right? So now, as I was saying, so when you can look at them for long times, do that. You can meditate with them. You can also talk to them, and you can tell them your problem, as long as not too negative, just everyday problems. You can talk to them. Sadness, all those stuff is fine. They want to hear. They want to know what's happening to the human, you know, the human spirit. That's where they rise with their frequency and connect with the human spirit, you know, give us some energy back, like a battery life coming back, you know, energize us, energize. So anyway, enough about crystal now. We'll get into the tarot cards in a minute. But just to mention, right, so just keep in mind, I mean, it doesn't matter the size, it's just a crystal as long as pure crystal, right? So, but sometimes you can hold them too, like this, just gently hold in the hand, feel them, so as you're holding them, not too tight, but just lightly, so then you can feel, like they are now in the palm of the hand, right? They're feeling the energy going through. They're feeling your whole hand, like before it was just like that, right? So the frequency was traveling at a certain speed, right? Everything, every direction, every movement has a different frequency and speed, right? So now when you're holding like this, you're bringing faster energy into it, faster thoughts process going in for the crystal. If you go slow thoughts, like we talked about the design, but they can receive fast in this situation. Just let it be and let them have what's going on, right? The tiredness of the day and some regrets of the day, sorrows, not feeling well, could be lots of things. Like in my case, like we're just going to relax with it. And so in a way, I didn't explain this part, but I will now before we get to tarot cards. So they do take the negative energy too. Like don't, like I said, don't bring too much negativity to them, but they will feel it. Like we can hide it from them, but they'll know. That's my point. Can hide from them, but do not intentionally bring it to them. If it's coming naturally, let it come. You know what I mean? If you're having a very bad day, let it go through. Let them feel it. Because now they're going to get all dull. It's getting a little dull, we're talking like that. So he's getting dull, the energy. So it will get that, but don't let too much of that. But if it's naturally going through our system as we're talking, like me, in this case, it's going through, then let it be. But after a few minutes, you want to tell it to energize you. Say, give me positivity. I don't want any negativity in my life, in my health, in anything, right? So I want positivity. So tell it to spark this positive light around us like an aura and the beautiful things, right? So the less negativity goes in, the better, because then it has more room and more energy, like a human, right? If it's too negative, we get burned out, right? Like this, same thing. So we give it a little bit, okay, but naturally, but now it will rise and it will create a beautiful thought in our chakra system, in our mind, body, nervous system, all around the body, make us feel a little nice, even for a few minutes at the moment of time, but sometime longer. But let them really, really work on us and take care of things that we cannot take care of. Like we can, but not everything, right? So that's where they come in. They do things that we don't have time to do or we can't do. So that part we give it to them. It's like riding a horse. It's like a horse. You ride on it all day long and it takes you wherever you want. So now, and you can feel it. You can feel it. They feel your sadness, your energy. You're feeling, like if I'm being sad right now, they're feeling it, right? Because it's like a reflection of us, like a mirror. That's the power they have, this frequency. So they are in tune with us, synced. So good blessings to the crystal and back to us from the crystal. Good blessings, positive things, good thoughts. And the crystal is ready to work at it, Anyways, enough about that one today. There's another one I have now. I don't know what this one is. So is cellulite something like an S? I don't remember now. But we will check this one later on, because this was the most interesting one, But yeah, so now we'll get into something interesting here with the tarot card. As I promised, we'll do that. We're going to have a very, very interesting next 15 minutes. Okay, I'm going to start slowly here, okay? So, okay, I'll start with this. This is called Ascendant Masters. Right? These are tarot cards. Right? Ascendant Masters, I guess these are called. It says The name is there, everything, right? That's all there. Now keep in mind now about tarot card, a whole new discussion, a whole new world. Opening up now, whole new world. So tarot cards, like crystals, very powerful. Now I'll explain why. I mean, crystals, we understand the history of crystal stones and all that, right? But why these cards are so powerful, right? So the reason that they are, comes with a nice book and everything, but in it, but explain everything. But now this one I got, interestingly, nice one, put it here in the box. So these one are special. Actually, I also got a book similar to this. I don't remember right now. I have a book I'll show next time. Very interesting book about Michael Archangel. It's something to do with that. And you can see the symbol of the Archangel, like that kind of stuff. But so this one, like, okay, let's open. See, beautiful inside here, like at the corners, all like gold, shiny, beautiful. Right? Now here, they say the flow of prosperity. Right? Like these are cards, right? Cards, different cards. Right? All cards. So this is the one I like, the teacher. Like this card, right? This is like a Michael Archangel. That's the main card from the book, from the set. This one. So this is a very interesting card, this one. This is interesting. So I'll bring out a couple interesting ones first. Like I said, we're getting into it very slowly. We got a yoga card, interesting. Yeah. No, they're all interesting, but so we try to keep it short and sweet. Pharaoh card, yeah, these are interesting. Yeah. Another ancient Egypt card here. Lots of nice cards, but I just want to show some few of them. See, here it is, Archangel Michael card. Beautiful card here, beautiful card here. I haven't actually looked at through this whole deck. As we all know, life is short and busy. So I got through it a little bit, but now I'm having this experience with my audience in the real time. We're all experiencing together. An interesting card here, Apollo. Oh. Follow your heart. Nice one, nice one. Yeah. Work your magic, nice card. So, these specific cards, the energies I get from these ones, like I said, I've looked at them a few times, but in the past, I mean. These are more, like, I mean, the book can explain if you buy one of these, I guess, but these are very much like spiritual cards, right? There are different ones I'm going to show you. These are just spiritual cards. They are showing a person's picture, an image. A person is trying to portray a frequency of some event or something going on, right? As you can see. So, see, health and healing is a beautiful one here. Just want to break some of them out and just go over like a couple of them like that. There's so many, but so I'm going to mention this one here, 1 second. So again, it talks about go now, you are seeing the situation accordingly, trust. I mean, you could use them like that too, of course, like tarots, like normal tarots. You can shuffle them and put them on in the order you like. And now, something interesting. I like the Celtic cross. Very interesting. You know why? Because the cross, right? It's a configuration, it's a magnetic field in the universe. It's like a frequency, right? Cross. The cross, the way you put it, very interesting. It really opens the mind at higher levels. Anyway, just want to mention a few things here, then we'll go to the next card. Like I said, these are very straightforward ones. So we got health and healing, work your magic, Follow your heart. Focus upon your strength. You can do it, Michael Archangel. Osiris, Isis, from the history, yoga, the teacher, that's the most interesting one, and the Michael Archangel one. So with this, like I said, I haven't played around much, but just as an example, like just do it like let's do just for fun, right? So we're experiencing this set, and then I'll go to the other special one. Like let's say if we do put them like in a cross kind of, wait a second, put this here a little bit like that, in a cross kind of way, right here. Just a basic cross, not like this quickly just to show. So it's going to have to go a little bit here. Yeah, this way. We weren't planning this, right? But now as we're talking, right? Live conversation, things happen. We're going to try to create this beautiful thing here. Okay, so I don't know which card is what now, right? But anyway, so let's say if we do it like that, right? So you're going to see this cross and everything go over here, right? Like that. Like, well, right now it's upside down, so that's not good. We're going to bring it back, so a little bit inside here, bring them up, right? Like bring it up like that. Yeah, I should have moved all this stuff because I wasn't planning to actually put them on the board like that, but you know, we're talking about it, so we're doing it now. Yeah, it's okay. Celtic cross, okay, it'll be interesting conversation now. Okay, so now we got this one here. We got one more, I guess we could put it up here. Yeah, it's almost a cross like that, right? Yeah. So now the cross, the magnetic field of the universe, as I was saying, is part of the universe configuration. So that's the thing, you know. So the cross is going to give you energy, a frequency, because you're doing a Celtic cross. Doesn't matter what cards, you can use all of these Celtic, doesn't matter. But that's giving a special frequency, and then we'll do the other things too, play around. So with this one especially, you know, we're getting a lot of good frequency. So with this one, if you want to go, right, you say, oh, look at that. You know. Anyways, just giving introduction, right? So now let's say if I focus on the cards, and if I feel the card, right, energy. So you can pick the card, you can see, I know, but you can say, okay, I want to pick a certain card. You may get that card, right, or you may not. Or sometimes you let the cards talk to you, tell them to let you pick what you need to pick, what you need to know. So there's many ways around it. Like let's say if we tell the card, tell me what to do. You know, just in general, let's talk in just general stuff. Yoga, see? Meditation, okay, that's good, that's good. Now of course, there's only so many rules in these cards because you already have put those certain cards. So those are the only answers we can pick from, right? Okay, now I want to tell the card that I want to pick something that I think should be done, like something new, right? So, let's say I pick this card here. This card feels something in this card, so let's see. That's exactly what I've been thinking recently, or today, just talking about it. It says balance, career and home life. Meaning like, you know, you gotta work, you get tired, got computer jobs and stuff like that. You need to take a rest, calm down, relax, all that stuff. So balance, career and home life, right? Isis telling me. So anyway, so we got yoga, and honestly, I was not going to do the show today because I wasn't feeling that well. Like my blood pressure goes up, right? Like I have a blood pressure condition. So, but anyway, so today was a little high, kind of things going out of whack, right? So I said no, I'm not doing today. But I said I promised it. I didn't promise for today, but I said no. I'll do it if I have the energy and I'm feeling okay at the moment. So I said, okay, let's do it. Let's relax, mind a little bit. And do it, connect to other people, connect to audience, feel better, right? So, but interestingly, those two cards that came up, as I just mentioned, relate exactly to my situation for the day. When I told the cards to give me, and it gave me the right card, and then when I asked for it, and it gave me the right card. Now, it could have been any card that you pick up, like nobody knows, right? But if they relate to your situation, like very close to it, then that's the card your energy is telling you to pick. And that's a simple common sense, and that's good. And same way, if you're asking them to give you the cards, then they'll give you a card. But remember, when they give you a card, then they will give you a card. Whatever they're telling you, then you kind of have to take it for what it is. But then yourself, you pick whatever you want. I pick this one, right? So, okay. So, we are almost half an hour. So, like I said, it's just an introduction show. We'll have many, many more shows. So, I'll go with the other couple cards just to explain about the cards a little more, how they work and what are they doing, right? What are they doing? Alright, I'll bring up the other couple cards here. Okay. Interesting one. This one I'm going to show. These other ones I'm going to show now are going to be a little more fancier, of course. Right? There's so many here, but this is one of the best that I have found. Now again, that's my experience. It's called tarot cards. This one here. It's a very interesting one. The way it's shaped, you see, up and down, all the circles and triangles, and very interesting. See, very mystical card, like the way they look. So inside they got a lot of stuff, like got all kinds of things in there. Very interesting. So let's say if we do it like this, like you can do, I do that in the Celtic cross too sometimes. It's okay. Now we have the room for it, right? Yeah, that's okay. Okay, now when you shuffle, look, watch what happens. So you shuffle, right? You don't know what's where right now. Let's say we do another quick Celtic cross, just for now, to keep things a little simple for today. Okay? Okay, now look at this beautiful thing. This beautiful thing. See, I can already feel the energy from the cards because they talk to you. You just have to listen, that's all. They're already talking. Now, I can already feel they may not give me good news, but that's okay. Might work out the other way, but that's okay. Just cards. You don't have to take them over seriously, but they give you indications of future certain things. Okay. So, let's say I tell the card again to what card should I pick, right? So now you're looking at this, your hands going over, like what card it wants me to pick, right? Now you'll see. In my case anyway, you'll see what happens. As your hand goes over, you'll notice it that it doesn't want you to pick those cards. See? You'll feel it. Once you get into pattern, you'll feel it. It's not interested to give you those cards right now for some reason. Right? We don't know the reason, but that's what it is. It doesn't want you to play with this one right now. Okay, I think it's keep pointing me here for some reason, but we'll see, whatever it is. It's for fun too, right? It's not all like over seriously. We're getting serious about it. Okay, this is a good card. It's called. Let me check that a second. Okay, now the second one I'm going to pick myself, so I have a choice, right? Whichever one I want. But again, it's all about your energy of the card and your energy too on the day, how your day went. Like I said before, you end up picking what you're supposed to pick up, I guess, in most cases. But it gets more complex than that. But anyway, so okay, let's see. We'll use my right hand. It's better. I'm lefty, but right hand is better. For energy, you don't want to use the hand, the heart side, right? It's nicer this way. It has a better energy, I guess, this way. Okay, so I'll pick a card. But okay, so now I'm going to say like, can you help me with something? I'll pick the card, but can you help me with something? Can you really help me with something? Right? Can you really help me with something? Tap into the cards, right? Like the more you connect, the more you communicate, the better it is, right? Treat them with respect. Treat them like they're real, like they're alive. That's the other thing. These cards are alive too, in terms of frequency and stuff. Future, present, past. takes a little while. Just go over them, right? Feel them, the energy, and then you'll start to figure out. So I can already feel it. It only wants me to deal with these two cards right here. Just pushing my head over. You can feel it. I mean, the energy it wants you to go there, right? It won't talk to you that way, but it talks to you that way. You know, they don't talk. Now they're saying one of these three. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No problem. Little cards, tarot cards. Hello. So maybe it can help me with 3 different things, but for now, I'll pick one. Take a little longer, but it's okay. The time is going over half an hour, so we have to do a part 2A or part 3A, I mean, with the tarot card next time. We got a few couple more next here. This is the one it wants me to do it, even though I'm trying to pick it, but it's telling me what to pick, I guess. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? Tells you what to pick. So these are the cards that I picked, I guess. So the first one was that it gave me. Second one I picked, but I guess it made me kind of pick it. But today, sometimes it will let you pick, sometimes it lets you control the card, sometimes the cards control you. It's all okay. It's all part of the game, you know, to learn. Yeah. So just want to mention quick couple things. So these one were the good cards, and one like a wizard showing by the moon. Meaning he's telling me, I guess in a way, that keep your spirits up, continue your spiritual path, and try to feel better, brings the other side, you know, for your health and stuff. And then the other one here is kind of like that too. Look at this, see? Now, let's get really serious for a couple of minutes. Are these my real thoughts? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. First one is like a wizard, right? That the kind of stuff I do. That's my thoughts. They want me to dress up and, you know, kind of keep my spiritual thing going, right? I get it. And this one is interesting because I've been doing this show now because I want to bring other guests on this show, some through Zoom and some through direct meetings if possible. And that was my biggest thing, wanted to do, excitement about that. And look, it's saying, yes, bring in 4 or 5 people, either physically or Zoom meetings or however, and connect with them and create a bigger realm of spirituality and positivity in the universe. So these both cards definitely are saying that yes, if you do these 2 things, you see my point? It's telling me that you'll feel a lot better. The blood pressure might still be high sometimes, but overall you're feeling, you know, your being. Like blood pressure is one thing, but if you're feeling good, your day goes a little better and you do calm down, and, you know, hopefully in my case the blood pressure will settle down a little bit, you know, gives you a little bit of a hope for the next day, you know. So anyways, yeah, so that was very interesting today. Hope we both, me and the audience, learned something, because I've used these cards before. These are interesting cards, but this one, like, you can really like see now, right? Like the point was to tell you how to deal with them, how to communicate, how to go ahead. And next time actually we will bring these ones out again because these are very interesting. You will like it as we continue. And I got 2 special other packs here. Got some very, very interesting other cards here. So we're going to bring them to next time, and these are the 2 I'll just quickly show here. So next time we'll talk about, this is the most interesting one, I'll be honest. These are exciting, but these are so interesting. This is the Tarot Nefertiti, from the ancient Egypt. It's so, this eye thing, right? Like a horse eye, whatever. This is so interesting, so interesting. We'll talk about that. And these are the very mega cards too. We'll talk next time. And look at these beauties. They got these energies in them, frequencies, shapes, like they are very, very powerful. So one lady I was talking to one time, this is a long time ago, of course, nothing new, a long time ago. we were making a joke or something. I forgot what we were talking about, but something is said. And we talked about the money. And as we say, the green color is like money, right? And we talked about the money, something. We kept saying, and then we were talking about these cards, and then we opened the card, and then what she picked was the green one, the money card. So this is what I'm saying, like they do align with everything, and numbers do add up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the show. We will do part 2 because this is getting interesting. We're going to do part 2 next month. Alright, these 2 new decks for tarots. I have a couple more too, but for now we'll start these 2, and the other one is interesting too. And then we will have more fun. This is all about like relaxing, enjoying it. We don't have to like overemphasize everything, right? Just let it naturally sink in, naturally relax about it. And then we go from there. Anyway, this was Luke Diamond Show Part 3, pt3. Okay. So, show is finished now, and have a blessed day, everyone.